Hey, good evening. Good evening, guys. This is Spirit Journey, and I'm live streaming. This is the second time today that I'm live streaming. I am actually using my new camera. I bought a Panasonic Lumix, the DMC-GH4. Okay. And I was just trying to figure out how to work it. I went through the basic manual, and then I was setting it up to attach to my uh, MacBook. And I hope this is working. I have it connected to the mic, and I hope that it's working because I was doing something else. Well, we'll see whether the video works. I know that the mic is working, and I do have the mic attached to the camera, and I attached it to the port that says mic. So I hope it works. I'm excited. I went to B&H to get my supplies, and I like the service there. I know this is not an endorsement for them, but I just letting you know where I got the camera. And what else? I bought other stuff for when I go outside to mount my recording device when I'm bicycling. And I believe in having everything together. Everything has its little home, its little place where it's to stay. And I know it's kind of like all over the place, but I'm really interested in it. I like learning new things. I do like mechanical stuff, and I'm just fascinated how things work. But yeah, I should do more. I should do more reading. It's like I just jump into it, and I may not read it thoroughly. But I hope this works. And why I'm getting this camera, um, it's I got this camera or a camera like this because it's able to do live feeds without these numbers on the side that you see here. And so I'm looking at the monitor now on my computer, and it looks great. I'm really excited about it. A few minutes ago, you saw what they call the information, like when you have those digital cameras and when you look at the little screen in the back, you see all these numbers and stuff. And those numbers were also on the monitor. And so you don't want that. But for whatever reason, like it just kind of disappeared. I see, like I have all these wires. If you only knew what the setup looked like here, it seems like it's an AV cord. I think it stands for audio video, and I thought I needed to utilize that cord and plug it into my USB hub. But every time I do that, it doesn't like it. So I finally pulled it out, and those numbers and everything is still all over the place. And then all of a sudden, all the data went away. So I said, I better jump on it and just start filming live, while I'm on it. So the setting that I put it on, okay, let me see here. Rather than just putting it on MOV, the type of, the settings for like movie, I put it on AVCHD. That's Apple, Victor, Charlie, Harry, David. I put it on that setting, and then I put it on, I think it was 1080, 30p, something like that. It's for some reason, according to this one YouTuber that I was watching just a moment ago, because I was frantic to find out how to use this camera. He mentioned that with this camera and in the States, United States, it doesn't seem to it receives the data differently, and he suggested I put into that AVCHD, and I did, and it still wasn't quite working, but it may not have liked the AV cord plugged in, whatever what that means. But yeah, so I'm going to stick with these settings, and if it works, I'll just leave it as such and just try to repeat the whole process again. What I'm aiming for in my workstation, I want to be able to stream live. I want it to look professional, and I'm going to be interviewing people. And one of the topics I want to talk about is metaphysics. And I actually met someone in a store today, and it was the individual that helped me in the purchase of this. He gave me recommendations for between the particular the within the brand name, which division of that brand which model of that brand I should get. And he suggested I didn't need like the top model because it is a lot more, but he said the one just below it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it would be able to still shoot 4K to a clean feed. That means none of those little gobbledygook numbers that you see out and about on the screen. So I went with this model, and I have the what you call it the the cord. It's a AC adapter, so it's plugged in. I just leave the plug in all day. You just turn off the switch on the off position, and when I want to stream anything, you just turn it on and start recording. So I'm really excited about it, and I'd like to know what your feedback is with regard to the video quality. Do you like the setup with the audio and with the audio and the video? I hope you can hear me clearly. I did get a mic a couple of weeks ago, and as you know, I do have a soft voice, and so I'm hoping that this setup that I have here is connected correctly with the camera, and that everything is a go. I also, with this setup, I want to be able to then be able to call the individuals that I want to interview. And what else? Almost forgot. The person in the store had a relative, and that person was telling me of a paranormal event that this person experienced 20 some odd years ago. And I said, wow, because I was telling him a little bit about myself, and how, the reason I'm getting this equipment is to be able to stream live and to interview people. So I guess because of that I was, disclosing a lot of stuff about myself, my interests, that he was sharing information about himself and his nephew. And so I said, wow, I would like to interview both of you. They both have interesting backgrounds. And so, I supposed to get in contact with them. Well, he gave me some contact information. He makes movies, this guy. He did some type of documentary, he said. And he gave me a link to his website. And so I had him forward me like a copy. Well, actually, I did it on his smartphone, and I just emailed it to myself. So I want to look at his work. And it's really interesting how when you open up sometimes that you're able to really meet other people. And when people see that you're open with them, they're open back. And so with this journey that I'm on, spirit journey, I want to really open up my borders in being able to try new things to expose myself to things I never knew about, and that includes the paranormal or metaphysics, whatever what you want to call it. It's all for me. It's all about the same. I'm also interested in history, the whys of history, and as you know today, that what I um, recorded earlier today, it was about the bombing that happened earlier today. I was asleep when it occurred, and a family member that I'm very thankful that he called. You know, it's nice to know that people are thinking about you. And he relayed the message, and it's right where I live. So again, it's hitting close to home, all this, and it could sometimes make you feel very vulnerable, you know. And as I mentioned in that video, that we had, what was that, the bicycle lane, that you had someone in a truck running over people, and then a couple months prior to that, you had someone in a car running over people in Times Square. So it's a real, very tenseful year for me, but it's also one of exploration as well. So I hope everything works out with this feed, and I uh, I hope to be able to do my little invites. I was working on that yesterday, and yeah, so I hope it works, and I might try it again. If this individual is home right now, I'm gonna call him first to see if I could do a little quickie live stream. So we'll find out. So again, I thank you for listening, and definitely give me your comments, any suggestions that you could give me with regard to using a camera like this, and what type of subjects you would like me to talk about. And if you know people that you think I would be that would like to get in contact with me to be interviewed over the internet with regard to paranormal activities, uh, about this, we call it the secret, we call it secret space program, or the super soldiers program. All those things I'm very much interested in talking to people about, and discussing their personal experiences over the internet, aired live. So I thank you again for listening, and definitely you can write your comments below, and to share this video with friends and family members. You can subscribe to my channel, and as always, to give me the thumbs up. So take care and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye bye.